What's good, YouTube world? It's A-Fizzle here. A rare weekday stream. I had a little time on my hands this Monday morning, so I figured I'd get up on here and do this long-awaited stream that I meant to do about 2 weekends ago. Because I got off work early Friday. I figured I had a little time, but I did, but I wound up doing some other stuff. So so doing this for crib did not become a priority. And I floated around the idea of doing this past Friday, but that's when I did the. That's when I did the. What's that street? Oh, the video I did this past Friday about how I became a foreign fan living in Georgia. So I went and did that. So just didn't get around to doing the crib. So I got a little time on my hands today. So we're gonna talk briefly about this. As you can tell by the title of this the crib, this is likely going to be my final ever the crib ever, and not just the crib, but final ever live stream in the history of YouTube. That may change in the future, but right now this is likely going to be the final one. Because reason being is because I don't have. I mean, it's like it's getting to a point to where I just don't have time to do the cribs. I don't have time to pop on YouTube and go live. And that's never really been a priority for me anyway. Like I said, I've been on YouTube since 2007. So I was here before live streams became a thing. And I'm likely gonna be here after the live stream feed die down, if it does die down. So yeah. But I think I'm gonna talk a little bit about what's coming up and what's going down. As I know, today is November 3rd. We're in the month of November. So we're getting to a point to where, hold on, let me get out of this and come back in because my phone keeps on trying to lock up. So just bear with me 1 second. I'm going to step right out and I'll come right back in. All right. Hopefully it won't die out anymore because I'm driving right now, so I can't keep trying to hit the phone and trying to keep it awake every 5 seconds because I got to pay attention to the road. So hopefully it'll stay awake now. But yeah, so you already know what's going to happen here at A-Fizzle Productions. The events and stuff are about to start dying down for the rest of the year. I think it's like 2 events left that cross my path. One of them, but okay, I'm jumping a little ahead. So before we talk about that event, I did go out on Halloween. So I went to Opelika. We're gonna see Odd Alice. We're gonna hang out with my peoples. I will have some footage from the event because I did record some. But there's certain things I did record that I'll put on Facebook only. So you'll not see those clips unless you're my Facebook friend. But I did record some stuff for y'all to see. So y'all be keeping your eyes and ears open. I'll probably post those up later on this evening. It's really a short clip. Some short clips. It's not really like catastrophically long, so I won't have to worry about. In fact, I can edit that through my phone and gonna post a video up. So that's how short the vlog is, if you want to call it that. But so yeah, I had a good time. I actually tried this drink called the Elvis Presley, and I tasted it, and I was like, this tastes like peanut butter. And I'm not a big fan of peanut butter. And as I continue to drink it, I taste more of a banana taste to it. It was just kind of like one of the worst drinks I ever had. I've had to, maybe because I'm not a big fan of peanut butter, but I rated a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 10, excuse me. 4.5 out of 10 if I had to give it a ranking. Because like I said, it was Halloween, whatnot. I went, it went in the cards to do a review on that. So that's why that's why it's not going to be one. As far as drink reviews, I haven't really seen anything lately. I did hear about one thing that one of my coworkers drank as a wine. So I'm going to try to look for that in the future, that possibly do a drink review on that. But outside of that, I probably had to get out of town to get out more drink reviews because it's not too much stuff here. I mean, I pretty much tried everything I'm gonna try. So if I'm being honest with y'all, so maybe it's not this one drink this one lady was telling me at, but it's at the new place called the End Zone, which I've yet to have been through, but I'm going to try to check them out real soon. It won't be this weekend. I actually got invited to another party this upcoming Saturday, and thankfully it is this Saturday because I don't have to worry about it falling on the weekend. Because I got the notification, I got the message yesterday that I was invited, and my thing was, please don't let it be the night of the UFC fight, which I believe the next UFC fight is on November 15th. Turns out this party's gonna be on November 8th, so it worked out good for me. So I'm gonna go to that party. Speaking of November 8th, tailgate is going. It's tailgating weekend as well. Mountain City Classic, Albany State, and Fort Valley State. I'm debating on whether to go inside the game. If I do, at least you'll get another vlog, a football vlog. This time will be a college football vlog. I don't think I ever vlogged. No, I never did vlog a college football game. I vlogged tailgating when I went there last year. Tailgating, a little bit of tailgating at the Iron Bowl when I was there 2 years ago. I'm considering going back this year. We'll see. That's not really set in stone quite yet. The part of me do want to go to Gainesville too, but I'm also considering this Thanksgiving weekend, so which is a big reason why I don't really go to Gainesville or Tallahassee when Florida plays FSU, unless I'm with an entourage of people, because of that reasoning alone. And Auburn's just like right up the highway, so it's convenient for me to just go there. But we'll see. But one year maybe I will go to Gainesville, Tallahassee for Florida FSU. Maybe one weekend, maybe 1 year, excuse me, before I die. But I never vlogged an Albany State Fort Valley State tailgate. I have been into the game twice. Once in 2010. And I want to say the other time was in 2012. I've not been in the game since because I don't go to tailgate. I don't go to this tailgate that often. I went last year. I don't think I went the year before. I'm trying to think. Did I go the year before? Wait a minute. I think I did go to. Yeah, I think I went the year before, but I think I stayed. I was only here for like a brief second. But I don't think I went in 22 though. I don't think I went in 22, and I did went briefly in 21. So it's kind of sporadically here and there when I do go to the Albany State Fort Valley State tailgating. We also had the Tuskegee Morehouse, but I don't think that happened here this year. That like as some of my older states would say, that usually the older clientele go to that tailgating. I have been to the Tuskegee Morehouse tailgating. It, but it's not like Albany State, Fort Valley State. That tailgate be lit though. So I'm gonna try to go there early this year. I'll get y'all some footage from the tailgates, show y'all around. Maybe give y'all a little stepping contest because like they be having step contests and all that. Yeah, we have a live DJ. We have the live DJ there. In fact, I have did a vlog on this tailgate. Now I think because everything I'm repeating, everything I'm citing out, it dawned on me I have two renditions of this video of this tailgate. I know one of them was in 2012, and I want to say the other was in 2011. No, please don't get me lying. But I'm gonna try to get out a 2025 rendition of this tailgate, and maybe go inside the game, show y'all the game. So. And that probably it depends how long the tailgating vlog is. This could be it could be all in one, or it could be standalone vlogs where I show you the tailgating part, then show you the game part. But it's also because we'll see. But we'll see how things go when that time comes. Also, we got high school football vlogs. They're about to return. I took the week off this week, and I was going to do a short about that this past Friday, but I never got around to it. So that is going to be obsolete at this point. But I was going to say that, draw the brain fart. Come on, brain, work with me. I know it's Monday morning, but work with me. I was saying that, high school football. I said I was going to do a short. But the reason why I never got around to doing that short at the for that is because I was trying to upload the Hobby K, a Florida fan living in Georgia vlog, and that kind of took a minute for that to upload. In fact, when I got to Opelika, I was still trying to upload, and the process has stalled. And then my phone's was getting low on battery, so I went outside and got my charger, and I plugged my phone up so it can get some juice. Next thing I know, I checked back 5 minutes later after I charged it up. Now the video damn near finished uploading. I was like, damn, maybe I should have stood standing at that spot all alone. And maybe the video had already been uploaded before I went outside and got my phone. But thankfully, the video went and uploaded. And then, I was able to, and my phone was able to start charging after that. So that kind of really delayed some of the footage. That's kind of what delayed a little bit me vlogging a little from the Halloween party, which is with Odd Alice. And I was going to do like a vlog, but once I saw how much battery life I had, that kind of went out the window. So I said, I'll just give YouTube like a clip or two, at least show something, and then call it a day. Because like when I look at the other Halloween vlogs that went up this past Friday, those are not long vlogs either. It'd be like a minute or two. So he's just going to keep that same energy for this one, which is probably better anyway. So so I say that should be up now. So y'all hope y'all enjoy it. Well, not from this year, but the last two videos that went up for Halloween. Hope y'all enjoyed those. One was in Macon, the other one was last year at the outskirts. Like I said, this year, I will try to get that uploaded tonight if possible. We still got one person lurking. State your claim. Yep, as y'all see the title, this is probably gonna be it for me as far as doing the cribs and live streams in general. I already have started doing game streams. It's just not. I'm gonna explain more about the streams and stuff momentarily. Let me go ahead and get this part out the way as far as like getting y'all an update on what to expect here at A-Fizzle Productions moving forward. But like I said, you got tailgating November 8th. Oh, happy early birthday, where you're hiding, by the way. I probably will tell you on Twitter or Instagram as well. Because speaking of November 8th, that is where your highest birthday. So I'm sure he's probably going to turn up and have a good time. And hopefully the Eagles can win for him this Saturday, this upcoming Sunday. if they are on Sunday. But I know the Eagles are on bye this week, so hopefully the Eagles will get my birthday win next weekend. This upcoming weekend, that'll be nice for them. Hopefully the Broncos can give me a birthday win at the end of the season, since now my birthday falls in the regular season now. And let's see. So yeah, we got that going on. Oh yeah, back to the high school football vlogs. But yeah, this ties into the fact that when I was going to do the shorts that I wound up not doing, I was going to post it in my community tab. Yeah, I never got around to doing that either. So it's like I'll just go ahead and talk about it right here. So yeah, I was going to do. So I was going to do the short of this past Friday, Halloween being the first Friday since August 8th that I did not go to a high school football game, and for once, I was able to breathe and relax. I didn't. I don't gotta get on my laptop and edit any videos this week as far as that goes. Because sometimes I can depends how, because it's a lot of stuff goes into the high school football vlogs. First and foremost, I gotta do a little editing on my phone. Then I gotta upload it to and then I have to upload the clip to my computer. And sometimes those two don't correlate right. So sometimes if the vlog can be very long, it'll take a minute to try to upload to my laptop, and then it'll stop. And it's been a time, at least once, where I try to upload the vlog to my download the vlog to my laptop so I can do the rest of the editing, and I couldn't get it up in the time frame, so I had to come back the next day and try again. So yeah, that happened. So so yeah, that process. And then once I do get the vlog onto my laptop, I go to my movie maker. Then I try to do the more editing, and then I have to download. And then on top of that, sometimes it can take a minute for the audio to download on the thing. I never really had that problem until last couple of years. So now sometimes I can get the video. Sometimes I can get started on downloading the clip onto Movie Maker, and then by the time the audio's up, it'd be like midnight or something, and I don't have time to edit because I got to get ready to go to sleep because I had to work the next morning, and I went to stay up like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning or 4 o'clock in the morning trying to edit a video, get it all done at once. So sometimes it can take a day or two, maybe 3 days, also depending on what I may have going on my personal life, to edit one single vlog. So that's why sometimes when you get the vlog on Thursdays, if it's real long, and then even that, time beats me, those vlogs only go to the following week. Now, if it's like a short vlog and everything goes well, I'm able to edit quickly, and I'm able to edit the vlog on my phone, get the vlog up to my laptop in a timely manner, and then edit the vlog and all in one day. Because some vlogs are shorter that I can actually get that done. I can work on the vlog on Sunday, getting it ready for y'all to watch, and then at those times, usually I would have them ready to premiere on Monday. But when NFL season being here is Monday Night Football, I be wanting to watch Monday Night Football along with the rest of y'all, obviously. So with that being said, I will edit the vlog. I will premiere on Tuesday. So the shorter the vlog, the earlier in the week that it will be premiered. And the longer the vlog, the later in the week that it will be premiered. So I don't have to worry about that this weekend, but next week I will probably have to. It depends. Carver is not playing this week. In fact, no team in Georgia is playing this week. Everybody getting a week off. The playoffs will begin next week here in the state of Georgia. Carver did go 10-0, a perfect 10-0. Ran the table in the regular season, like I said what they would. They shut out Kendrick 42-0. Kendrick falls to 4-6 on the other hand. I'm not 100% certain if they're going to be participating in postseason action. That's another debate for another day. I should know in a couple of days. But I know Carver's going to be waiting on their opponent. I see something about them playing Reading, but I'm not. 2 Fridays for now, but I'm not 100% certain, so I don't want to give false information on that. I just want to make because like when I do my research, and when I tell y'all who Carver's going to play, I want to be factual. So I'll be giving y'all an update on that situation in a couple of weeks. So not a day, I'll say a couple of weeks. In a couple of days, excuse me. Maybe by next Monday. No later next Monday, I should have an answer. But just look out for the community tab. With that being said, Alabama's they're starting their playoffs this week. Central will be playing at Garrett Harrison Stadium, and guess who they're playing? They're playing Hoover High. Now, if you're not in the Southeast, if you don't follow high school football in Georgia or Alabama, Hoover High may be taboo to y'all. Understandable. But if you're also a millennial who watch MTV during the watch MTV in the afternoon when you get out of school, I was one of those. Like a lot of times, I get home from school. This is during my high school years, by the way. I get home from school, and TRL will be on. I watch TRL. I watch Next. I watch. I can't believe I'm admitting this, but I used to watch my Super Sweet 16. I used to watch that stuff, but like obviously Cribs. But my point is, I'm trying to make is there was a reality show back in 2005 on MTV. This is like when reality TV was really getting their feet wet in the realms of this is when reality TV is getting their feet wet. This is long before all that other nonsense is out right now. I'm not going to reiterate that because I already made a video about reality TV shows. But it was a show called Tour Days, and it was documenting Hoover High, the football games. And I remember I think they did for like 2 seasons. I know one of the years they won the state. One of the years they won a state title. So that was my introduction to Hoover and Vestavia Hills, those schools up in the Birmingham area. And one thing I did notice, like Hoover was really good. Like, I talk about Shaw, how good they was in the mid double zeros. I think Hoover was the only school in Alabama that could match what Shaw was doing in Georgia. So now Hoover, they're not. I mean, they're still pretty good, but they're not on the same realms as they once was back in 2005. But they actually started 1-3. If y'all remember, I forget what game I was at. It might have been the Central game against ING Academy, or maybe the Carver game. No. Kendrick game against Northside. Not Northside. Hardaway. It was like early in the year. Like Hoover played Prattville. I think they did beat Prattville, but like going into that game against Prattville, Hoover was 1-3. That was very uncharacteristic for the Hoover High Buccaneers. But they rebounded. They finished 6-4, which is not ideal for Hoover High, but nonetheless they're 6-4. They're coming to Central this Friday. They're coming down to Phoenix City to play the Central Red Devils. And the thing, this could be my fourth Central game all year. Usually I'll go to other games besides just Carver and Kendrick. And one of those games, it seems like on a yearly basis, want to be in the Central game because they just right across the water. And Central has a really good football team. But usually I'll go to like one Central game. Like last year, it was the Auburn game. The year before, it was the Auburn game. Then the year before that was Hewitt Trustville. I feel like I went to 2 Central games one year, but I'm gonna see. No, it might be just that one. It might be just that one. Because I think it was just that one game last year. But this year I have been to 3 Central games. One against ING Academy, one against Auburn, and one against Opelika. Now we're talking about going to one against Hoover. And I'm considering going this because this is a very big deal to me because I remember Hoover High. I always wanted to go to a Hoover High game. I prefer to go to one at Hoover. That was going to happen last year, 2024, because like y'all remember I was talking about the high school football tour. I was at the Carver Kendrick game on there. It was mandatory. I went to that, which I did. It was awesome, and I had the Central Auburn game. Those are the two games that are mandatory for me, which I also went to that one as well. But I was also talking about going to a game in LaGrange. I was talking about going to a game in Milledgeville because one of my Facebook friends is a Gator fan. He lives in Milledgeville, so I was going to try to meet up with him out there to his alma mater. Obviously, it was a game in Atlanta. Um, I think it might have been that Buford game from last year, Buford versus Roswell. That might have been the game I was going to go to. That was the game I was going to go. I considered going last year. But then, like, I had something with Kashana happen, and then after a while, the idea of me doing a high school football tour became less likely to happen, and then eventually got squashed. That's why you mainly got predominantly Carver and Kendrick games throughout the year. But I did make it up for y'all. At least go to some Auburn games. So it wasn't all lost, but it wasn't what I had drummed up either. I didn't even think about a high school football tour this year. I was just mainly gonna go to Carver and Kendrick games, and then that Auburn Central game call it a day. But then it worked out good for me that earlier this year, Carver and Kendrick have to be off the same weekend. And Buford had just opened up their stadium. It just did renovations to their stadium, and they happened to have a home game that week. And my God, that stadium is phenomenal. It looks like a legit college. It could be on the limb for a college stadium. They did a good job with the renovations. Unfortunately, I wish the game would have been better. Wow. For one, it was a blowout, and for two, it rained a good chunk. So I'm gonna try to go to Buford next year. Well, unless Carver gets eliminated early, I don't anticipate that happening. But if it does, then maybe I'll go to Buford game because chances are Buford's gonna have a legit run in the playoffs, and a lot of the games gonna be home games. So hopefully the weather will cooperate better. So I would anticipate it to rain. I really didn't. That kind of threw me for a loop when it did happen. I was not happy about that, but nonetheless, at least I got to go. So at least I got to go. So we're talking about a situation where I get to see Buford, I get to see ING Academy, and now I may get to see Hoover all in the same year. Like I said, Buford, like big time program here in the state of Georgia, especially over the last couple of years. I battles that Carver had with them, really good battles. I think, like I said, Carver won one and Buford won one. So that kind of introduced me to Buford, and a lot of people kept talking about it over the years. It just got better and better over time. So, and like I said, it just became mandatory that I had to go see the Buford Wolves at their place and don't go check out their stadium. And it worked out good for me. So, and then ING Academy, I meant what I said about them. ING Academy in football is what Prodigy Prep was supposed to be in basketball. I don't know why I keep mispronouncing that, but it's supposed it's they was what Prodigy Prep was supposed to be in basketball. And then Julian Newby gets to a fight with one of his teammates, and they did become that. So, but ING Academy, one of the most prestigious high school football programs in the country, based out of Bradenton, Florida, which is right outside of Tampa. They 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 get talent all across the country to come play from. Like they stay stacked, and then it just happened. It kind of thing that I was up in Birmingham back in September, and I just happened to look at some stuff as like football in Alabama, and that's when oh shit. I thought I got hit. I thought somebody hit me back. I was going to get pissed. But yeah, as I was stating in Alabama, As y'all know, they got, like I said, you got Hoover, you got the state, got Central, Auburn, Opelika, Thompson. You know, there's some really prestigious schools, high school football programs in the state of Alabama right now. And I have found out that ING Academy is going to play Central. Now, mind you, I didn't really pay too much attention to the Central schedule too tough. So it kind of went over my head that this was going to happen. But I did know that the game against I had a feeling that game against Auburn was going to be that first Friday in October. So if I paid more attention to the Central schedule, I would have known in advance that Central was going to play ING Academy. So that kind of changed the whole game plan up a little bit because I already had made plans to go see Carver play Hardaway so I could continue the double dose of Hardaway series, which it worked out good. I got to see Carver play Hardaway, so we finished the double dose of Hardaway trilogy series. Excuse me, I don't know why I keep saying trilogy. And then I still was able to go to the ING Academy play Central. And ING Academy blew the doors off Central. I think it was like 42-14. They blew the doors off them. Murder them niggas, man. And now I'm making interested. Hoover, the school that I was introduced to back in high school, because they had a really good football program. Hell yeah, I'm gonna try to go. Hell yeah, I'm gonna try to go to this game on Friday. You kidding? This is Hoover. Because if I don't go to this game on Friday, then I'm gonna be even more tempted to go to one of their games next year at Hoover. So yeah, I see some people that watch, but nobody's really commenting. But it's okay though. I'm not really tripping off that because, like I said, it's kind of out the blue, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people at work. You know, I had to do some stuff right quick this AM, so I had a little time to talk to y'all. Plus, this will kind of be the premiere too. That way I don't have to edit that. So yeah, it kind of worked out good. I'm sure some people going to watch this in archive. But yeah, so yeah, with that being said, Hoover at Central, November 7th, 8 p.m. Eastern. Will your guy be there? We shall see. We're not gonna make any promises, but we're gonna see. I'm seriously considering going to this game. That means I get Central get to see me for a fourth time, and they almost see me more just as much as Carver has this year. But that's going to change because Carver's never going to see me next week on the 14th. Depends on who they play. A lot of their games going to be at the crib for the most part. And I still meant what I said too. I'm debating. I mean, I do have intentions of if Carver does make it to the championship game, if they make it. I do have intentions of going to Atlanta to watch the championship game. It's only like $20 to get inside the game, so you know, not really expensive. So, and plus, I don't know how many opportunities I'm going to get of this, so I want to take advantage of it this year if it does happen. You know, because I really wanted to go last year, it didn't work out. I had to work, so I wound up going to Tipsy and watching the game, which I probably should have because everything was. I went to the game, not the game, excuse me. I went to Tipsy and watched the game, and Carver won. The very next day, I got sick, and I stayed sick up until the end of January. I wasn't fully sick, but I still had the symptoms till the end of January. I was so fucking pissed because once again, for the third time in 4 years, I was sick on my birthday in some sort of way. I was not thrilled about that, and it really fucking sucks because I don't like being sick. I don't like being sick on my birthday, and I don't want it to be continuous either. So I'm gonna try to stay up on my fruit. I bet because I'm consistent with my vitamins. I just gotta be more consistent with my fruit. Because the older statesmen say the apple a day keeps the doctor away. They're right. You know, the more fruit you eat, the less chance that you get sick. So I'm definitely stay up on my P's and Q's with that. Especially we get to the especially now we're in November and the temperatures are plummeting. So they're not plummeting in a major way, but they're up plummeting. Today's highs will be like 68, I think, or 67 or 68. The low for today is going to be in the mid 40s. So yeah, it was just like about 2 weeks ago. Temperatures was in the 80s. So shows you how quick temperatures turn around here in Columbus and surrounding areas. Now I got to spit. I got nothing to spit in. But at least I'm not getting sick. I mean, at least the sick symptoms I was dealing with back in October, not October, September. At least they pretty much long gone now because that was kind of like that was kind of pain in the ass too. So, but yeah, I'm probably gonna get out of spit in a minute. Also, I don't have a hold on. I don't have a spit cup. Well, maybe I do. Well, let me finish this drinking in a separate. I really don't want to kill this drink in the Circle K cut I got just to start spitting, especially if they just be just once. So I'm gonna try to get somewhere right quick, and I'm gonna spit, and then we're gonna resume this. Okay, just give me like a couple seconds, maybe 2 minutes to get somewhere to spit. All right, I'm back, y'all. Now that I got to spit out my now that I got to spit that mucus out just now. We're back in action. But yeah, yeah, I don't want to miss the Silver Central game, but if it doesn't come to fruition, then it's going to become a mission to go to a game up in Hoover next year. I do want to go to a game. I want to see Hoover really bad. I want to see Vestavia Hills too, because they usually have a good football program. See, that's like so honestly, being in Columbus, like that's like a 2.5 hour drive up to Hoover and like up to Birmingham in general, like especially like Hoover and Pelham and Vestavia Hills and Homewood and all that. Let's just say hypothetically, if I was in like Silicago or Alexander City, it'll be easier for me to go to. It'll be easier for me to go to a Hoover game or Vestavia Hills game, and even at the same time, if I was in, like I said, Silicago or Alexander City, it'd still be easier for me to go to an Auburn Central game because I'll be in the midway point between even Carver game. Because like and even Carver and Kendrick, because I'll be at the halfway. I'll be midway between Birmingham and Columbus, so I'll be able to see it all. But it is what it is. I just got to make it mission go this game on Friday. What's going on, Sniper? I'll just give people an update of what's going on. So with that being said, I think I covered everything in relation to the high school football games. Like I said, we got Hoover Central on November 7th, and then we got tailgating November 8th. Albany State versus Fort Valley State. So we got that going on. Then after that, and then we go back to the Carver games. And like I said, these high school football vlogs are going to go as far as Carver goes, and maybe Auburn or Central. It'll go. Probably, I'm gonna say those three teams. It's going to go as far as one of those three teams do. If Carver goes all the way, we'll be at Carver for the most part. If Carver somehow miraculously gets eliminated early, because I'm not ruling that out. I'm not ruling that out that they could get eliminated. Upsets do happen in sports. It'll be devastating. Don't get me wrong, but it's not like it can't be done either. And then we'll just see what happens with Auburn or Central, and then we'll go from there with those two, and then that'd be that. But outside of the high school football vlogs, like I said, November, December, this is when the trail does go cold. I don't really, the events really start to die down. The only thing that would really be going on in the surrounding area around this time would be Fantasy and Lights. And I think that's what we're starting up today, if I'm not mistaken. That usually lasts till January. That's going to last till January 4th. All right, excuse me. I already been a Fantasy and Lights, so I probably won't be hard pressed to try to go this year because I've been already, and plus I already got a vlog as far as Fantasy and Lights. So if y'all want to see, dang, make my tongue again. If y'all want to see how that looks, you can always go. You can go to my page. It'll be under. It should be under live events or fun videos. One of those two playlists, and you'll see how Fantasy and Lights look up at Callaway Gardens. But I won't rule it out as far as going back though. It was a nice experience. But other than that, like I think there is a concert going now, but I think it's predicated off of another event. Well, it's actually two. Well, no, it's not two. It's one. But I think that's towards the end of November. They do got like an old school, new school thing going on this Friday. That's related. Dang, if I can talk, related to the tailgating that's coming up this Saturday, but prices are steep as hell just to even get in. It's not even that damn serious. But I think it is like an old school type of concert going on at the end of November, like a boost on the ground somewhere down the road in Alabama, in a city that if you're not familiar with Columbus, you probably never heard of, probably never hear of. Just another day for you? Yeah, just another day for me as well. So as far as that, I guess you probably wait till next year to see. After this weekend, you might have to wait till next year to see more events. I do plan on going back to the Wing and Rock Festival again next year. I'm gonna keep an eye on the weather, and this time around, I'm gonna try to plan accordingly with the Wing and Rock Festival because I want to go both days, Saturday and Sunday. So because it is a 2-day event, so I'm gonna try to do that next year. Check out Saturday and Sunday, but I probably won't be up there long Sunday if I do go because I do need to get back to Columbus. So, but that's an event in March, so who knows how life is going to happen turn between now and March? Anything can change, so I don't want to get too ahead of myself. I like to plan ahead. Don't get me wrong, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Making things happen, saying that he says it's going to happen, and we're talking about something that's 4 months down the line or 5 months down the line, and all this, because you never know. You never know. But that's the idea I do have today, though. I do want to go to I do plan on going back to Wing and Rock Festival next year, and I want to go both days, Saturday and Sunday. A lot of fun, a lot of good bands. A lot of good wings. Maybe Hooters will be there again next year. Maybe that Dre's place will be there next year. Because that Dre's place, I think it is called Dre's place, but they got some really phenomenal wings. They come all the way from North Carolina to this event in Georgia, so salute to them. A lot of these places are based in the Atlanta area. But then again, a lot of the food trucks, like when we do in Columbus, a good chunk of them also, a good chunk of food trucks that we do have pull up usually come from Atlanta as well, or Macon, but predominantly Atlanta though. So it's always good to have a variety, especially for people who may not have the luxury to get out of Columbus and come try the food. And bring the food to them. So it's pretty neat. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for the events part. I think I got y'all caught up. Even though my channel's not a sports channel anymore, I have been aware of what's going on. I do watch my sports. I'm pretty much done talking about the Gators and football. Now that the cocktail party is over with, um, and I'm gonna be honest, I went into that game with zero emotion whatsoever because I said this on Facebook, so I guess I'll share with y'all here on YouTube. After that Mississippi State game 3 weekends ago now, Florida should have blew out Mississippi State. They should have. But the fact that they made so many bonehead mistakes and kept the game really close to the fact that Mississippi State actually had a chance of winning the game, and faithfully, our defensive lineman had that interception to close out the game. I'm just sitting there like, how in the world this game is so damn close? Why did it come down to a defensive lineman getting the interception just to even win the game? And then, to make matters even worse, Mississippi State really fucked themselves out of that win because all they had to do was run the ball and hope that their running back don't fumble, and because they was already in field goal range. And then they had to make sure their field goal kicker makes the field goal. They could have drained the swamp. That would have been in the fourth. That would have been in the Florida football for 2025. They kind of worked, I appreciate the win. I really do. Napier got fired. They lost to Georgia this past Saturday, 24-20. So I'm still kind of feeling numb to like everything that happened from the Mississippi State game. I have no emotion when Napier get fired. Like it's not like Now I was hollering about firing him after the USF game. And then that Monday I was like, well, we need to go. It's like it's not that I don't want him fired, but it's like I'm still kind of numb for that Mississippi State game. I can't feel any real emotion like for him getting fired. We need to go to. Obviously, Florida need a different direction because Napier reached his ceiling. I don't think he's going to do better than 8-5, so it was time to move on. Now, as far as this Georgia game, look, Georgia fans going to, the crazy thing about Georgia fans, a lot of them up here talking about, Florida fans, this and that and the third, blaming the refs. And I say this, and I'm going to say it about my own. I say this about everybody else's team, including my own. Blow these teams out, then you don't have to worry about the refs. And, you want to worry about the refs dictating the outcome. I don't think the refs really dictate the outcome in this game. I just felt that if Georgia fans watching this is a take from a Florida fan for us a cocktail party this past Saturday. You hear it from me. So I don't want y'all to put all Florida fans in this box, okay? Florida lost the game because of simple mistakes. I say this on Facebook. I felt like when the Florida got to the red zone, the play caller should have been a lot better. The play call was very iffy, and Florida had a legit chance to score the touchdown. But yet they had to settle for a field goal because of simple mistakes. Now, as far as the targeted play, the Georgia player, he got hit for targeting. It didn't look like a targeted play to me. I'll take the free yards, don't get me wrong, but it didn't look like a targeted play to me. It felt like he hit him on the shoulder. But, because boy, I kept looking at it and saying, oh, no, it didn't look like he got hit in the ground. So I felt like Florida did catch a break there. Now, with that being said, later on down the line with DJ Lagway found Sturdivant for that catch. And yes, it was a catch. I felt like that was Georgia's break right there. I felt like we was even. So like I feel like we was even on that part. So I was like, I'm not gonna really talk much about that being a catch because I feel like we got a break early with the targeting. So this is kind of like Georgia's break with the complete pass that was ruled incomplete. And I had a feeling like the more they kept reviewing it, the more likely it was going to become inconclusive for the play be overturned. So I was already prepared for it to be remain as incomplete. It sucked, but it also boils down to Lagway. He should have threw the ball better, and then wouldn't have to worry about that, because the damning thing about it is that he underthrew the ball to where Centervan had to make the catch in that regards. If he threw a little bit better, if he was more accurate, that's a touchdown. Because the third one was wide open for one, and two, he had daylight. If that ball was connected better, that's a touch. Florida would have a touchdown. And then you talk about a game that if you had better play calling, and then if you had better play calling, and then in the start event situation, if Lagway threw the ball better, we're talking about at least 11 points left off the board minimum. I say 10 because you never know about the extra point, but I like to think that extra point is going to be automatic. But that's at least 10 points off the board right there, minimum. So we're looking at a situation to where, like, because it was 24-20, the game would have been tied. So we talking about a tied ball game, lead up to that catch to start of it. He scores to go ahead touchdown. Florida's up 31-28. I'm gonna say 31-28, 31-24. So now you're looking at a situation. That's assuming they missed this point though. But now you're looking at a situation to where, yeah, Georgia is going to have to drive down the field to score the touchdown and send the game to overtime. Best case scenario, I think the defense stands up and closes out the game. Worst case scenario, Georgia still goes down the field anyway. They're going to stop this while they're scoring that touchdown. We go to overtime, and we still got a chance to win. Still got a chance to win the game in overtime. But like I said, it's the small things that's going to it's the small phase that's going to come back. It usually cost you the game. Florida had a chance to win this game. They did, and they didn't do the small phase correctly, and then it wound up costing them at the end. It's just how it is. It's how it was, and it's just how it's gonna be. So yeah, I'll tell my own fan base this as well. To the ones who aren't crying about the refs, first of all, refs are gonna be bad in every game in every sport. That's a given. They're not perfect. I'm not defending actions either. I don't like some of these play calls from the ref either, but it is, but I understand that, refs are not perfect. They're gonna make stupid calls and we're gonna get pissed off over it. Right? The thing is, just don't have a tit for tat where like late in the game where you have a chance to win and the refs wind up calling it and it wind up costing you. That's all I'm just saying about that. But yeah, Georgia fans, y'all were fortunate. Y'all were fortunate. Like I said, we left 11 points off the board due to our shortcomings. It wasn't because of Georgia. It was because of Florida. We had our shortcomings. We cost ourselves a game. But nonetheless, I said this on Facebook as well. Georgia capitalized on the mistakes that Florida did. And on the strength of that alone, they deserve to win the game. I don't like it. I hate Georgia. I hate losing to them. But at the same time, they saw the mistakes that Florida made and they capitalized on them. They made Florida pay for it. It is what it is. They deserve to win this game. They deserve to run their mouth for the fifth straight year in a row. I'm tired of losing to them. But I do feel as that, if everything goes right during this offseason, I mean everything, like if everything is like pitch perfect this offseason and we can do a little tweaking here and there, then I feel like Florida can beat Georgia next year. I honestly do feel that way. Lagway's just got to get his confidence back up too. 'Cause I feel like his confidence has been shaken the last couple weeks. Now is that Napier's doing? Maybe, but yeah, Lagway has not looked like himself lately. It's like his confidence has been rattled. So we got it. So the confidence has to be resurfaced. It has to be hardened. And I don't think a game against Kentucky is going to do that. Florida does play Kentucky this Saturday. I don't think that's going to really change. I don't think that's really going to help because Kentucky is downright bad. Yeah, they beat Auburn, but Florida's not Auburn. Like Florida's offense. Florida actually has talent in offense. They don't have Jackson Arnold, Coleman Gary, whatever the fuck you call that goddamn Oklahoma reject. I would like to have Cam Coleman though. That does pretty good wide receiver. All right, but enough about that. Let's see what Sniper talking about. Speaking of sports, whatnot, the Broncos defense, even without Spencer Tay, it is still no joke. The funny thing is Skip Bayless thinks that CJ Stroud thinks had CJ Stroud not suffered a concussion, the Texans beat us, and I couldn't disagree more because Stroud was in the Texas offense, so it wasn't a difference. I haven't heard from Skip Bayless since Undisputed was off the air, so I can tell anyone I can tell anyone what he been saying nowadays. And if he really did say that, I'm going on a limb and say that he just salted that the Broncos put a stumping on the Cowboys the week before. He's just salty over that. Now I'm gonna say this about that game. Broncos did win 18-15 yesterday. That game was a weird game because first and foremost, you come out the game, you come out the woodwork. You had the Texas field, the kicker, Fairburn, whatever his name is. He straight up went wide right on the field goal. And then the Broncos get on offense. They go down the field, stall. Well, let's test the field goal. This field goal gets blocked. That's what I do right there. The game's gonna be weird. And this is the thing that really started to piss me off about some of these so-called sports experts. And I try my best not to let their expertise let their analysts. It's taken me so much to not let their analysts piss me off, but they really are starting to piss me off this year because first there's only so much longer the Broncos can hold the Cowboys down. I expect the Cowboys offense to really get going. And now you got this situation. Oh, it's a good thing. The Texans don't know. It's a good thing the Texans shot themselves in the foot because I felt like their offense could have went down. Because I honestly felt their offense could go down the field and score the game with a field goal on the Broncos. The Broncos are fortunate to get the ball and finally get the ball back. See, it's like y'all talking as if the Broncos got the 32nd rate defense in the NFL. No, it's not about the Cowboys and the Texas offense getting going. It's the fact that it's the fact that you're going up against a really. It's not about them getting going. It's about how can they get around this defense. Not to y'all act like all these teams gonna come like this team is. People act like this defense is slouch and everybody's liable to score all over them. There's a reason why we're 9 games in. Hear me out, people. Talking so much now, my throat getting dry. There's a reason. I have a second trip to Circle K, get another refill. There's a reason. So now I lost train of thought. I was on Broncos defense. Oh, there's a reason why the Denver Broncos are 9 games in have only given up 8 touchdowns. Only 8. That includes Sunday's game against the Texans. The Broncos are ranked in the top 5 for a reason. The Broncos are ranked number 1 in sacks for a reason. They came in the game. They came in yesterday with 36. They picked up 4 more yesterday. They got 40. Y'all analysts have to stop lying to yourselves and pumping up these oppositions when they play the Broncos. No, you're not. Your offense is not. If your offense couldn't get going in the first half, they're not going to get going at all. They're not. And I know some people going to be, and to make matters even worse, if people want to play this game, allude to what Sniper said about what Skip Bayless said about if CJ Stroud wouldn't have got hurt, the Texans would have won. Mind you, we're playing without Pat Surtain, probably our best defensive player on the fucking field, on the fucking team. So with that being said, if y'all want to play this guy, I'll play a game this once. Have Pat Surtain play, you'll be lucky to score 15 points. Let's be real. You probably would have been held to 9. And to make matters even worse, for the Houston Texans, anybody want to shit on my defense? Even without Pat Surtain, the Broncos still won and not even gave up a touchdown. And then that make matters even worse, the Texans, I think they had the ball at the Broncos 1 yard line, maybe the 2. And still couldn't get in the end zone. And then they tried to go for it on 4th and goal, which it would have been shut down. But unfortunately for them, this is where the time frame where the offense starts shooting themselves in the foot by committing senseless penalties, they had to settle for the fucking field goal. So even that false start wasn't called by the Texans, they still wouldn't have got in the end zone. So in all honesty, Broncos could have won this game 18-12. So I don't want to hear shit about CJ Stroud not getting hurt, making a difference. He would not have made a difference. I do wish him a speedy recovery though. Excuse me. I don't like to see injuries. I don't. But let's not act as if they was going to put out like 40 or 50 some odd points on the Broncos. How you said in the game, the last time they had it was only 3-0 in the second quarter. So no, he wasn't making a difference. But I give credit to the Texas defense because apparently, when I did my research, they actually do have a legit defense stat-wise. Couldn't get going the first few quarters, and I knew if you get the game, because not the this year. Better ask the Eagles. Better ask the Giants. Better ask. Don't lead the game close to the. If you're going to beat the Broncos, you're going to blow them out. If the game stay close, we're going to find a way to win it. It's just like the Georgia Bulldogs. Go figure. The Broncos and the Georgia Bulldogs on the same tier. You lead the game close at halftime or the third quarter, we're going to find a way to win. Because Georgia's doing the same thing on the college rails. Keep the game close at halftime with them. They can find a way to win the second half. Unless you're Alabama, then Alabama just beat the living fuck out of Georgia. But I don't see anybody doing that to the Broncos. Just beat the living fuck out of them in the second half. Even with the Coastal Chargers war, it was due to the Broncos making their own mistakes. We had that fucking penalty for no reason in the Colts game, and then our defense kind of self-destructed at the end against the Chargers. And Justin Herbert picked us apart, and they wound up winning. So the Broncos realistically could be 9-0. It really could be 8-1. It really could have been. But I'll take the 7-2. We're still on top of the AFC West. We still control our own fate. And, things are definitely looking up. The offense has started coming along. Bo Nix is finding his stride. I hate it for Jaden Daniels. They got their ass handed to him last night, 38-7, something like that. But Jaden Daniels suffered another injury. yesterday. I don't know how long he gonna be out, but it's almost safe to say he's having a sophomore slump because even when he is there, the numbers have not been better for him this year either. Bo Nix, on the other hand, is getting better. He's more aware. He's the game is slowing down for him. He's more aware of the football field. He knows if he can't find a receiver open, he has to open it. Just tuck the damn ball in and run. He's keeping plays alive for the offense. We actually got a running game, which has kind of been iffy the last couple of years. If Javonte Williams stay healthy, maybe we probably don't get RJ Harvey, but everything works out for a reason. Javonte Williams is having a good year with the Cowboys, and we got RJ Harvey, who's beasting out. J.K. Dobbins, he's staying healthy. He's beasting out. I'm glad we got J.K. Dobbins. I did like J.K. Dobbins. I just didn't like the fact he was on the Chargers. I knew the guy was a pretty good running back. So we struck gold with him. And Troy Franklin's been stepping up. He's been catching the motherfucking ball. Because I had an issue with that last year. But this year, he's doing a lot better. Cortland Sutton, he's gonna be that guy. Marvin Mims, he's gonna be that guy. Troutman, he's gonna make plays when you least expect it. Lucas Kroll, same for him. And the offensive line, don't even get started on the offensive line. Outside of the penalties, that's the only thing that's been holding this team back this year. It's just the penalties. A lot of them, some of them are coming questionable, but others, we just got to be more disciplined. But the offensive line's got a lot better. I found this stat out too. Coming into the Texas game, the Denver Broncos have only given up 8 sacks. Only 8. Now, after today, it's only 9. I think Texas did get a sack, but so the Broncos have made history, becoming the first team on the first 8 weeks to record more than 35 sacks on defense, while only giving up less than 10 sacks on offense. This team is clicking on at the right time, and that's what I like to see. That's what Broncos country like to see. Now we start crack down these penalties a little bit. We're gonna be a well-oiled machine head to the end of this year, and when the playoffs begin, we're gonna be ready-made. I don't even think we touched the toughest part of our schedule yet, but we finna be tested for real. We got the Chiefs coming up. That's it. We just got the Chiefs coming up, but we also got to get with the Chargers. It's a home game, though, but, the Broncos are making it a habit not losing at home now. It is on my birthday weekend, so I do feel good about that game, but division games could go either way. And the ACTR's game, they're 3-6. They're going through a rough time. But if Jaden Daniels plays in that game, that could be a really interesting game because we could see the situation to where the ACTRs could be playing spoiler. Oh no, he said this. I found a laugh over Texas and division rival fans who called the Broncos dirty for the hill. CJ Stroud. That was a clean hit. I don't know what the fuck they talking about. A dirty hit was deliberately trying to injure the man. It's just the way he slid it, and our player had to control over. So that's what happened. We wish for speedy recovery. What the fuck else do they want from us? Shit. Oh, and speaking of Texas, somebody said this on Facebook too. That after the game, one of the Texan players tried to fight the Bronco players over that injury over CJ Stroud. Why the fuck you trying to fight a Broncos fan as a Texas fan? Why are you trying to fight a Broncos fan over the injury of CJ Stroud? The last time I checked, the Bronco fans down there trying to hurt CJ Stroud, much less succeed with hurting CJ Stroud. That's not our fault. Freakish injuries happen. Like I said, we're without Pat Surtain. But you don't see us fighting Cowboy fans because Pat Surtain got hurt. Hey, come the fuck on, man. For real. I thought it was retarded as fuck when I heard that. Like, that shit got... That shit really boils my oh shit. As I do especially there's no helmet, and it was clean hit. Yes, that shit kind of boils my skin too. Not to mention this is football and not a pussy sport. You know what you get signed up for. If you don't feel so, don't play the game. Not rocket science to figure it out. Also, you can see the NFL flexing the Broncos versus Redskins game out of Sunday Night Football. Oh, okay, like red. Since Jada Day. If Jada Daniels is hurt for the year, then forget it. I'll tell you about everything I said about the ACTR's game. If he's hurt for the year, then yeah, we're definitely winning that game. We're sweeping the NFC East. Oh, okay. Okay, you sound good. Thank you. So yeah, with that being said, I'm not getting sick. I'm thinking because I'm speaking a lot and things kind of get my throat dry. The Chiefs don't scare me. Not only is the Broncos defense no joke. Still don't joke what I said today, but the Broncos have depth, have corner. Not to mention the Chiefs are mid at best with the NFL and his and his rush trying to help him out. But yeah, I'm still gonna say the Chiefs game is a big test only because it is the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I do agree, Sniper, that yes, the Chiefs don't look as dominant as previous years. And they and they are beatable as hell. The thing is, it's the bullshit. It's the bullshit for me because there's no telling what the Chiefs and the rest are going to pull out their pocket. But what makes me confident going to this game against the Chiefs in about 2 weeks, if about 13 days, is the fact that this game is at home. The Broncos have beaten the Chiefs the last 2 times at home. I know people are going to talk about, well, Patrick Mahomes didn't play in that game. I don't give a fuck. It still counts as a loss for the Chiefs at home. It still counts as a loss to the Chiefs. It still counts as a loss to the Broncos at Mile High for the Chiefs. So shut up. All y'all Chiefs fans and Chiefs dick riders, shut the fuck up. It's still a loss. It's still a loss. And I did want Patrick Mahomes to play. Not for the entire game. I wanted him to play for at least one drive so we can say we beat Mahomes again for a second time. But but the Broncos still had to go out there and play though. He still couldn't lay down. And we didn't. We skunked them 38-0 and made the playoffs. And plus, this is my birthday weekend. We weren't finna lose my birthday weekend with the playoffs on the line. Get the fuck out of here. These motherfucking Bronco haters out here. And we got some haters in the Broncos country. Y'all already know this, but we got fucking haters. They trying to diminish what we do against the Chiefs last year and make the playoffs. They trying to diminish the fact that we're 7-2. This team has been down in the dumps the last 7 years, 7 of the last 8 years up until last year. We have been down in the dumps. We was taking L's after L's after L's, and when we had opportunities in these games that the Broncos are winning, if this was years ago under Vince Joseph and Vic Fangio and sorry ass and Theo Hackett with his bitch ass, these would have been the games that the Broncos would have lost. We would have been the team had the lead going to the fourth quarter and finding a way to blow the motherfucking game. That was us a couple years ago. We was a lost cause. It didn't help matters at the Florida Gators that kind of fell off the map early this decade after Dan Boyle started giving a fuck about recruiting. So I'm dealing with a situation where my pro team was down and my college team was down. The only hope I had was my high school football team, the Carter Tigers. They was the only team that was giving me fucking hope early this decade. Now it's under the Broncos. This one got in front of me at the last minute. Now all of a sudden that the Broncos are digging themselves out the hole and making and got a winning record and make the playoffs last year and are doing better this year, man, fuck y'all. Fuck y'all haters. I don't give a fuck. Fuck y'all. We gonna be happy. We gonna be pleased. We gonna enjoy our 7-2. If y'all don't like it, fuck y'all. Kiss our ass and go fuck yourself. That's how I feel. We're not finna lay down for y'all, so fuck that shit. We got tired of ass whoopers. We finna open y'all ass on a consistent basis. Don't like it? Too bad. Bring on them fucking Raiders on Thursday. I can't wait to smoke. I can't wait to stump them niggas on Thursday. And I want to whoop the Chiefs' ass next 2 Sundays from now on the 16th. I want to whoop they ass. I'm ready for the test. A lot of us in Broncos country, we are ready for the test. Yes, it's going to be a big test, but we are ready. We're coming in with a vengeance. This is not this is not a team that's wanting to win. This is a team that knows how to win and knows how to win in every conceivable way. And we are ready for every challenge. If we can go into Philly and beat the Eagles, fuck yeah, we can beat these motherfucking punk-ass Chiefs. The Jaguars beat them. The Eagles went and beat them at Arrowhead. Why the fuck can't we? Shit. You know you're doing something right when you can. Yeah. Only thing that worries about the Chiefs is that you still can't count out the NFL. Oh, yeah, I read that. Yep. That's the only thing. You just got to worry about the refs when you play the Chiefs. The thing is, too, that the Broncos had no control over the Chiefs, decided to choose what. Exactly. And I say this to the Bengals fans, not more so the Dolphin fans, because like they want to get drowned by the Jets on the final week. So even if they did say something, their opinion doesn't matter anyway. So and I say this to the Bengal fans. Yeah, you beat the Broncos last year. What they fucking do? But you can't. But I told the Bengals fans, you cannot get mad at the Chiefs for resting their starters against the Broncos. Because, like, look, much as I did want Mahomes to play, so we can say we tore that up. We not tore that up. So we can say we beat Mahomes, and then like and Andy Reid could have sat him out in the second quarter and keep him rested. You can't blame the Kansas City Chiefs for sitting out their players because like last thing the Chiefs wanted was Mahomes and Kelsey and Rashid Rice and company to all get hurt before the playoffs. So I don't blame Andy Reid for sitting out the Chiefs. Now he went, now the event for the Broncos, the pistol whip them again in the playoffs, so be it. I don't think Andy Reid really gave a shit about whether the Broncos made the playoffs because and I don't think many Chiefs fans really gave a shit about losing that game to the Broncos and then getting the playoffs because a lot of their logic was, well, the Broncos made the playoffs. Whoop, all right, big whoop. It is whatever. Who cares? We will try to rest our starters so we don't get hurt. We're going to get eliminated by the Bills the following week anyway, so who cares? That's probably how a lot of Chiefs fans were thinking. Had Jay Dale's not been leaning towards playing when he played the Redskins, I'll probably look concerned, but don't forget, play Redskins right after that bye week. And that's why I say, I'm still going on the limb and saying that if Jaden Daniels does play in that game against the Broncos, it could be interesting. I'm not saying they're going to beat us, but I'm saying that it could make things a lot interesting. Especially you got the headline of the sophomore players, Bo Nix versus Jaden Daniels. First subpart of the Broncos schedule that already ended when the time we played Philly. I feel like maybe when I was looking at the schedule, I felt like our toughest part was going to come up. Now, not this week. Obviously, not the Raiders. There's nothing to talk about their ass. I looked at it like towards the back half of the year, with the Chiefs twice, and then the HTTRs with Jaden Daniels because, before the season started, I wasn't sure if the HTTRs were going to build on what they did last year because they did go to the NFC title game. I thought they were going to be a really good team again, but they just kind of been fledgling the waters this year. And they got the Packers, which Broncos can't beat at home. Don't get it twisted. The Broncos beat the Packers at home 2 years ago when the Broncos were down, so or so on the come up. Because two years ago the Broncos were on the come up. They weren't like as bad as they was the last couple years, but they still finished with a losing record that year though. But so I was looking at those games because before the first half of the year, the only game that was really tough to me was the Eagles game. I didn't see the Colts being as good as they are now. I thought it was going to be like a Bill Pat team at best. The Chargers game, it was kind of so-so because the game was in LA. Well, the game was in LA. The Chargers had Justin Herbert and company. This like our second home away from home. Anytime the Broncos play the Chargers, you're going to see more orange and blue as opposed to powder blue, whatever. That's how I looked at the Chargers game. And the Bengals had no defense, so I wasn't really concerned about that game at all. Now, I feel like it would have been a shootout had Joe Burrow not got hurt, but I feel like the Broncos would have outlasted the shootout. And the Bengals, before Joe Burrow got hurt, they was the only team on the schedule where I felt like could have had their way without defense. I didn't see anybody else having their way without defense, especially not the Cowboys. We shut their ass down because we always shut their ass down. We own the Cowboys. So it was no concern over me. There was no concern there. But let's be real. How egregious and brutal Dale's injury. There's just no way in hell he's gonna heal overnight and gonna just. Yeah, I do wish him well too. I hate that he got injured. Now, elaborate what you were saying, Sniper. Yeah, because right now the Broncos do play on Sunday night against the ATTRs. I can see a situation where that game does. Excuse me. I can see a situation to where that game does get flexed out of Sunday night because ATTRs could very well be out of it by that time. But also the Broncos can't go in there napping either because we are coming off the bye week heading into that game. So we gotta make sure when we get out there, when we get out the bye week, we got playoffs on our mind. We got to focus on making the playoffs. Because Broncos can realistically be 9-2 going to the bye. They could put them, get to 9-2, beating the Raiders and Chiefs. They can put themselves in a good position to where they can make the playoff. I mean, they can make the playoffs and possibly win a division and maybe, just maybe, get that 1 seed. Maybe. I'm not going to go into really going in details about home field advantage because it's only week 9. But I kind of understand what some Bronco fans are saying with the whole we got the 1 seed because they want the team to put themselves in position to get that 1 seed down the line. I can understand that. But I'm focused on just one game at a time and just making sure we stay healthy as possible and continue to win. That's all I'm focused on. We can't let up now because even though we're on top of the AFC West, the Chargers and Chiefs are still on our heels. One slip up, we can lose this division. Just saying. Me neither, Sniper. Yeah, I agree with you about the Bengals game. But yeah, I wouldn't feel like I said, Joe Burrow played. I saw us winning still. But I feel like it was a revenge factor from last year. We had to go out to Cincinnati and it was a shootout. And they wound up getting the Broncos in overtime. They had to come to Denver this year, and I felt as if we got their ass this year. But I feel like we would have outlasted the shootout this time. But when Burrow got out, I knew it was over for him. Jake Browning beat us? No. Jake Browning had no chance against the Broncos. None. The fact we held the 3 points, that makes the game, that makes that win even more remarkable because I didn't think we were holding the 3 points. I'll take it though. But yeah, overall, even though it was a weird game yesterday, it was a good win because Broncos, they went to, Broncos and Texas went toe to toe defensive wise. The Broncos held the Texans to field goals. The Texans basically held the Broncos in check on offense. And then the fourth quarter happened. Bo Nix started doing Bo Nix things. We was able to run the ball effectively again. We found quarter 7 for the go ahead for the the touchdown to tie it up. Will Lutz, I think Will Lutz. No, not to that. We tied it up with Let me first that. We had the touchdown for Bonus to court the Sutton, then went for two, but Bonus finds Troy Franklin to tie it up at 15. The Broncos had to punt later on, and that's when it was like, oh, when the Broncos punt the ball, I expect Texas to go down the field, and then and they made them eat their words because the Texans shot themselves in the foot on that final drive. Runner going 3-and-out, had to punt the ball, and the Broncos were the team that went down the field and got a field goal position, faced the Bo Nix big run, and then then we followed up with a beautiful catch. Next thing you know, we built the clock, forced Texas last time out. Then we built the clock, and then we said, well, us out there to go be the hero. And damn it, he was the hero. And we got out of H-Town with the dub. But that's all that matters to me. Now, I know we got some Texas fans here on YouTube, and I wish them the best. I do, really do. I got no ill will with the Texas, but some of their fans, man, some of their goddamn fans tripping over, trying to trip with Broncos country over an injury that we got no control of. Even if he didn't get hurt, you would have lost this game regardless. You still would have lost. So I don't want to hear shit from Texas fans talking about trying to fight because they lost. No, you still would have lost. You still would have told that fat ass, get the fuck out of my face. And try to win against the back half of the season, try to salvage what's left of it. Oh, wait. You may not be doing that because if CJ Stroud's out for the season, do you really think you're going to win a division with let me take that back. You're not winning a division. Coach going to win that division. You really think that you're going to make the wild card with Davis Mills? And then on top of that, not only got to worry about the Colts, you got to worry about the Jaguars. They seem to be on the up and up with Travis Hunter and company. We haven't seen much of him this year, but they beat the Chiefs and the Raiders. They're 5-3. They're ahead of you in the AFC South. Jaguars might fuck around and come and make the playoffs out of the AFC South as a wild card. You might be the odd man out with the Titans. And whose fault is that? Not the Broncos' fault. That's your own fault. Nobody told you to start 0-3. That's your fault. They gonna take it out on the Broncos. Man, fuck y'all. Kiss my ass and kiss my ass and wish us a speedy recovery to CJ Stroud for us. That's the only thing we need. Dick Rose definitely. I don't even give a fuck what I don't give a fuck what that Chiefs dick rider have to say. Fuck. I don't like the only Chiefs fan I would hear from is nobody. I don't give a fuck what Chiefs fans gotta say. But the Broncos are his most hated team in NFL. I know it. You know it. The whole world knows it. When Peyton Manning was with the Broncos, we was a thought on the Chiefs side. They could never beat the Broncos with Peyton Manning, and he developed that hatred for the Broncos since then. So I don't give a fuck what he got to say. Is this song even still on the air of FS1? Because you lost Jenna Wolf, which was, I guess, you lost her. And then you lost Chris Carter. Is that show even still on the air? Oh, he's still on the air? Well, I wouldn't know because I never watch First Things First anyway. I did for like 2 seconds when Chris Carter was on the show. So I take I do think it's football, only football, so analytic series. The same with Shannon Sharp when Undisputed was on. I watched Undisputed because of Shannon Sharp not only because he played for the Broncos, but he took the game of football. He played the game of football, so I'll take what he says serious too. Not people like Nick Rogg and Skip Bayless and all these other cats who never played. So they can't really get to me because I don't pay attention to them. But it's smoky up here. But yeah, Broncos won yesterday. The Falcons lost. They lost. And they fans are mad as fuck. They fans are mad. I'm doing that because a certain somebody wanted the Texans to beat the Broncos. So yeah. No, Texas. But you fuck around lost to the Patriots. And the damn thing is, you had that game. They did. I bet you wish you had Young Wade Coon still on. Parker Romo fucking been so that's the point to syndicate offense. And now Falcon fans over here flipping the shit, flipping their shit. Then you lost to the Dolphins. So you was a 1-6 Miami Dolphins. Bad enough you lost to the Miami Dolphins. You got blown out by a 1-6 Dolphins team who went back to a regular form this past Thursday and got their ass handed to them by the Ravens. They all motherfuckers suck. And yes, y'all right. You are losing to the Colts on Sunday morning in Berlin, and you're going to lose to the Saints in a couple of weeks. They're going to take the head-to-head series over you for the first time since the '60s when they whoop your ass in a couple of weeks. So I think I got a game with the Saints coming up about 2 or 3 weeks from now. They're going to beat you, and they're going to beat you down. Oh, then the game's in New Orleans. They're going to beat you down in New Orleans. They're going to take the head-to-head series lead over you. And you're going to suckle that for until my birthday weekend, which is when you play the Saints again in Atlanta. And you might lose that one too. Depends where y'all at, Falcons. And I heard last night Face will be plan on coming down to Atlanta that weekend. I'll link up with the guy. He seems like a cool person. You know, he did have a great performance last week. When he did a show. I like the song. I like his stage presence. I like the fact he tried to draw the audience in. So, last not famous. He has some potential as far as like a musician. I gotta give the man credit where credit's due. But he might be coming down to Atlanta that final week of the regular season, which around my birthday weekend, which I plan on being. I might be up in the Atlanta area that weekend as well. So it'll be nice to meet up with him, at least link up with him before the game. You know, talk football with him. See, but other than that, yeah, you lost to the Patriots. Fuck y'all. And the Chiefs lost to the Bills. Now, I can't really get too happy over this because, yeah, the Bills are known for beating the Chiefs in the regular season. When are you going to beat them in the playoffs? That's what I'm trying to figure out. When are you going to finally beat the Chiefs in the playoffs? You like 0-4 against Josh Allen's like 0-4 against Mahomes in the playoffs. Then the closest you came to beating them, you was up 36 or 33 or 13 seconds left, and you find a way to lose that game. How in the fuck? Excuse me. How in the fuck? For real. I need answers. Josh Allen, Sean McDermott, I need answers. We ain't gonna finally beat the Chiefs in the playoffs. That's Nick wrong is ever since Chris. Chris Broussard's on first things first. Damn. I guess he said, "Fuck you, Rob Parker." He's gonna go back to. He's gonna be back on television. Because I remember he used to do the radio show with Rob Parker called The Odd Couple, which I kind of caught like 2-3 episodes of that. And I think they had really good chemistry together as far as like doing radio. But I think Rob Parker found somebody else as his co-host. I forget the guy's name. Don't really care. I haven't watched it since. But so Chris Broussard is back on TV. Now he's on First Things First. Good for him. Sean McDermott's like Fox 2.0. It must be because John Fox never won a Super Bowl either. He might have dodged bullet back in 2017 or whenever Sean McDermott got hired by the Bills. So I think it's the same year the Broncos were looking for a head coach. It would probably been better, but apparently wouldn't be winning Super Bowls either. So who knows? Or maybe the Bills just cursed. I don't know. I'm starting to think that the Buffalo Bills are a cursed franchise, and they just, excuse me, and they're just not meant to win a Super Bowl. Maybe that's what it is. that, and John Fox was notorious for being conservative. Yeah, just like Marty Schottenheimer, may he rest in peace. Conservativeness is not going to win you Super Bowls. We all know this. I think my throat is just trying to get enough liquid. That way, I'm coughing is kind of seized a little bit. What time is it? It's 11:24 a.m. I need to change my watch. Unfortunately, this is not a smart. This is not a smart watch, so it did not change on its own. I've been live for almost 2 hours now. Well, just in case this may be my final live stream, I'm always try to go 2 hours. Kind of like for old time's sake. But yeah, yeah. But what a time to be a Broncos fan, you know. What a time in A-Fizzle sports. Like I said, you know, the Braves will bounce back. I'm not worried about them. I don't mean it may not be next year. I don't know. But I do anticipate the Braves to make moves this offseason, try to get this team right. They dropped the ball this past offseason, which is why they finished 76 and 86. The Broncos are on the up and up. They're 7-2 on top of the AFC West, uh, and have a chance of much more. And then the Tampa Bay Lightning, they seen it. They see them. They on a 5-game winning streak right now. Let me see where they play next because I know they played the Mammoth yesterday and they won 4-2. I know they beat the Stars and I think the Oilers. Let's find out. Let's see who the Lightning got coming up tomorrow night. I do know they play tomorrow night. Cowboys and Cardinals tonight. Does anyone really give a shit about that game? Cowboys probably win by 17 or more. Cardinals are done. All right, Tampa Bay Lightning. Let's see. Oh, it's Avalanche. I know somebody on the Western Conference. I can't remember who it was though. So yeah, the Tampa Bay Lightning 5-game winning streak includes. Oh, that's okay. Here you go. It includes wins over the Anaheim Ducks on the 25th of October. My condolences, Dashy. Went over the Golden Knights, who we seem to beat every day now. They got us an expansion year, but since then, you know, Lightning have been smacking around the Golden Knights. No chance. But thank you for beating the Panthers at 1 year. You went to the Stanley Cup Finals, which is about 2022, I think. Or no, 23. It might be 23. No, it's 23 because the Lightning was in there 21 and 22. They beat the Canadians at 21. They turn around and beat the no, what is in the Canadians in 21? Whatever. But they won at 21, and then they came back and beat and they played the Avalanche in 22 and lost to them. Then the Panthers wound up going out the East, and they lost to the Golden Knights that first year before they went back to back. So yeah, who's wins over the Ducks, the Golden Knights, the Nashville Predators, the Dallas Stars, and now the Utah Mammoth. I know I seen the Stars on the schedule somewhere. So now they got the Colorado Avalanche tomorrow night. So that's going to be an interesting game. I do anticipate the Lightning to win that game. I'm going to try to. Is that on regular TV or am I going to go on my ESPN app? Let me find out. Rest in peace, Dope B. Oh, it's on TNT. Okay, it is on regular TV. Comes on at 9:30. So was finally going to watch a Lightning game for the first time this year. I haven't really watched any Lightning games this year because I've been focused on football and stuff. But also we got college basketball return tonight. Now outside of MLB baseball, college basketball is my sport. Is my sport. Let's see who playing tonight. All right, Sniper, I appreciate you for tuning in. Before you left, you said if things continue trending right for us and the Chiefs continue. Oh, that would please me. That would please me to see the Chiefs miss the playoffs, but I don't think that's going to happen. I think they'll probably squeak it. If the Broncos manage to win the division, they'll probably squeak in as a wild card. They would probably see them go home early. And plus, if they don't go home early, that means if they do play the Broncos in the playoffs, they go out to come to Denver We won't have to go to Arrowhead in January. Let's see who plays tonight. I know the Tar Heels play tonight against Central Arkansas, which who cares? Central Arkansas. Carolina's going to beat them by 30. They should beat them by 30. All right, so we got Central Arkansas taking on the Tar Heels. That's at 7 o'clock on the ACC network. Got St. John's taking on Winnipeg. 6:30 on FS1. Oh yeah, the Gators do play tonight too. They got Arizona. That's going to be a good game to watch. I'm going to go back and forth between this Gators game and the Tar Heels game. They play number 3. Gators ranked number 3 in the preseason ranking. They got number 13, Arizona. UConn is playing against New Haven. Connecticut matchup right there. Then you got Arkansas taking on Southern. You got Mercer taking on Tennessee up in Knoxville. Oh, speaking of Tennessee, I'm gonna need the NCAA to never do this again in life. So apparently, a couple weeks, maybe I think it was a couple of days ago. Oh, so they got a new seafood joint, Wharf. Never heard of them. Probably never will again. But yeah. Oh yeah. So a couple of days ago, apparently, it was an exhibition game. The Lady Volunteers was playing Columbus State, and Tennessee whooped Columbus State by 100 points. Why in the world you have Columbus State go up to Knoxville and play the Lady Vols, the historic Lady Volunteers? That was stupid, dumb, and retarded. You could at least have to play against Georgia or somebody like that. Like that's like corporal punishment right there. Why? But yeah, that's college basketball schedule for the men's side tonight. Let's see the women. I think the women are playing too. Let me find out. Now, as far as like the women's side, I don't really follow A-Team like that on the women's circuit. I just watched the good matchups. Like when I was a kid, I always wanted to watch Tennessee games because of Pat Summitt. She has some really great teams in her heyday. When I was coming up, they won a couple of national titles. I know they won one with Candace Parker. I think around the time I was in high school. I think that's when Candace Parker's with the Tennessee Volunteers in. And then I always wanted to watch. Then UConn came up with Gino Auriemma's teams, and I always look forward to watching UConn games because of Gino Auriemma. Now, I do like to watch UConn still with Gino Auriemma's teams, but I also like to watch South Carolina games because of Dawn Staley. I'm a huge Dawn Staley fan. She is doing a phenomenal job at South Carolina. Actually turned that team to a women's basketball program because South Carolina has never really been like a prestigious program sports wise. They had a little run when it was winning College World Series in baseball. I think it'd be 4 to 1 year, but they just never really been like a huge staple in any sport. They'll have like moments where they'll look good, but after that, then they'll fall off. But the women's basketball team's been a mainstay the last couple of years. It's probably going to remain that as long as Dawn Staley stays at South Carolina. But I already know South Carolina and UConn going to go at it in the around the time the Super Bowl is played. And also, you got like I think you got some women's college, you got some college softball games going on like the fall circuit. So nothing to really write home about. But the schedule did come out for the softball for like the springtime. I do plan. I mean, I gotta see how things look when we get around the springtime. I would like to go see the Gators softball team again this year, this time at KSP. But stars have to align because, like I say, I'm thinking about the Weekend Rock Festival too. So we'll see how things go when we get that time. But I got to look at the schedule, see which games or which weeks could be a good week for me to go. Obviously, I'm not gonna go in May. That's Cinco de Mayo week. All right, and plus I've been there, done that, so it's probably gonna be like early in the year. Oh, we actually got a women's basketball game going on right now. We got NC Central going against the Tar Heels, the Lady Tar Heels, and then we got Duke and Baylor. That started at noon. Number 7 Duke versus number 16 Baylor. We also got Norfolk State taking on Ole Miss. That game is also at noon. which is about 26 minutes from now. On the Price is Right is on. Let me go. I gotta put that on when I finish looking at the schedule on my phone. Then we got Belmont taking on Oklahoma. That's at 3:30, 5:30. Excuse me. I'm reading this schedule all wrong. Got Cal taking on number 19 Vandy. That's at 2:30. Morehead State taking on the Lady Wildcats of Kentucky. That's later on in the evening. Oh, Don State playing tonight too. Going against Grand Canyon. That game's at 7, so I'm going to put that game on my phone because I'm going to have the Gators game and the Tar Heels game on my TV. So I'm going to put Dawn Staley on my phone, watch her South Carolina Lady Gamecocks do their thing as Grand Canyon probably beat them by 50 to call today. They've got Maryland taking on Loyola of Maryland. And then we got, by the way, Maryland's ranked number 10. You got Iowa, number 21, taking on Southern. You got Oklahoma State Lady Cowgirls, number 22 in the country, taking on University of New Orleans. That's at 7:30. Then you got Texas, number 4, taking on Infinite Word. That's at 8. And then round up the night on the Big Ten Network, probably Big Ten Plus. You got the number 3 UCLA Lady Bruins taking on San Diego State at 10 o'clock. But put on the prices right quick. Well, I had to check on my other phone in a minute when I get done streaming. As far as as far as I see this app works. The ESPN, my ESPN have been out of flunky lately. So I gotta see what's really good the hood. But it means I'm putting the prices right. This is because it is on right now. All right, so looks like all right. Let me just hold up right quick. I gotta take a shit in a minute. So I feel it. All that food I ate. I recovered from Friday, when I was it Saturday? Whichever day. Yeah, Saturday. I recovered from Saturday when I ate the wings at Twin Peaks. I was there watching the. I was up. Oh, it's smoky up here. I was out there watching the Florida Georgia game. But yeah, Carver's off this week. I don't know if I said that, but yeah, Carver's off this week. There is no high school football game going on in the state of Georgia. Everybody's off. The regular season did wrap up. Oh, I did. I don't think. Oh yeah, I don't think I mentioned the score. It's 42-0. Carver over Kendrick. If I did not mention the score of that game, there you go. Oh, shit, it's smoky up here. That's why I got Mr. Big going on in the background. The last Mr. Big. I'm looking at some stuff right quick if y'all watching, so just bear with me if I'm quiet. I'm trying to make this quick because it's part of it, part of the area I'm finna hit. Oh fuck! That did not sound good. I hit a pop. Okay, well, I'm not gonna do it right now. But, all right, better the price is right. I'll focus on the road now.
It's a whole new office. This is a desk, bookcase, and cabinet. And this 13-inch backbone here features 16 gigs of memory and 256 gigs of storage. Plus, this 65-inch Neo QLED Smart TV features 4K picture and dynamic sound. We've also added a 4K streaming Blu-ray player and 3 movies. Nice. So we're going to get a push over. Okay. Real simple game. You're going to push these blocks. So you see the 4 numbers you need in this blue area right here. When you see the red price, stop pushing the blocks. Because once they go over, you can't get it back. All right, Marcia, good luck. Start pushing it right here. Starting with 4,370.
It's probably 5,437. I'll stop right there without her. Stop! No! It's gonna be wrong now. Even the buddy's like, damn, why you should have stopped, woman? I don't know if it's that much.
Good luck. Here we go. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I was close. So it was actually 8,543.
It's okay. Thank you.
At least you got a good attitude about it.
Because I have both Medicaid and Medicare, I got a special
Oh, I gotta take me a shit.
It's called DC,
Hang on, Walmart should be coming up shortly. I might gonna run in there and take me a shit.
and it stands for Dual Eligible Special Needs Plan. And WellCare DSNP comes with a whole lot of things, like more coverage for dental, vision, and hearing. And I can even see specialists for a $0 or no copay. And I get benefits like $0 copays on prescriptions. And a WellCare Spendables debit card for everyday stuff. And real human support. And answers I can understand. And that means a WellCare DSNP provides what I need when I need it. And that gives me the confidence I need to get through every day.
But yeah, let me get past this state control first. You know, they are kind of occupied, but still, I don't want to draw your attention. Okay, as I go ahead, let me go ahead and say this too, because I don't think I have. I guess I'll probably wait till 2 hours, or I'll probably wait till the end of the Price is Right. They shut us off. But regardless, I want to go ahead and say this. As you can tell, you did read the title right. It could be my final ever live stream. and I'm going to explain why. It's because I just because like, and this was proven this past 2 Fridays ago too. Because like with me personally, you know, I like to enjoy life. And, and this has been a reoccurring theme for me for years. Like where sometimes like I will tell y'all that I may do a little crib or I may stream a game, and then the next thing you know, the stream gets pushed back to a certain time, and then it just wound up not happening at all. And that reared its ugly head 2 Fridays ago. I got off work early, on the 24th of October. I was going to do a little crib about 2 o'clock, and then I went to meet up with some people. I went to go see somebody. Then I was like, I'm gonna push the stream back to 4. And then 4:30 comes around, haven't started. So I decided, what, I'm not gonna stream anymore. So to it's not fair to y'all that y'all probably maneuver your schedules around to try to catch me stream the game. Not stream the game, but I'm at doing a crib, and then it doesn't happen because, like, with life, things happen. You just don't have time to stream everything. You don't have time to stream, and the chances of me doing a stream are becoming a lot less in today's age. What the what the hell is this other lady doing a true carry? I don't know if y'all watching if y'all watch the prices right, or if you are watching today's episode. This woman is rocking on Drew Carey's shoulders. It was just so random. I'm gonna keep it at that because it's an older lady. I don't want to or maybe she just like to move around. So I don't know. Maybe it's that. But it was just so because she still got because she stopped moving now. It was just so random to see that though. In all seriousness, but yeah, it's not fair to y'all for getting y'all hopes up thinking I'm going to stream. And it's not. And plus, it's not fair to me either because I feel like, well, it's not fair to y'all. I won't say it's not fair to me, but it's not fair to y'all. And plus, like, if I'm just finding other things to do to occupy my weekends. The 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 chance of me doing a stream become a lot less in today's age. And I also want y'all to understand, the origin of me doing streams go back to 2017. I started doing a couple of Facebook live. I just decided to do a Facebook live. It was during a Carolina Kentucky game, basketball game, that is Elite Eight, and I started doing a couple of the careers at Hooters, not the careers, Facebook lives at Hooters. You know, streaming the Gators, the Broncos, streaming the Daytona 500 back in 2018, and then out of the blue, I just say, you know what, I'm doing some Facebook lives. The whole live stream thing started to become big on on YouTube. So decided to cross it over to YouTube. Now we had some early detours early on, with the streaming devices. Apparently those are no longer around. The StreamYard became the StreamYard came around and has become a valid source for not just me, but for anyone to do a live stream, especially if you're one of those who don't have 1,000 subscribers. Now, now as I do have over 1,000 subscribers now, but I've still yet to test to see if I can stream through YouTube. And at this point, I don't think it's going to matter anymore because plus I prefer StreamYard now because I actually get to see the comments. So I'm not mean because I don't think I could see the comments when I stream during Facebook via YouTube. Excuse me. So I kind of like this version better. And the reason I would stream, it was mainly because of COVID. But COVID was going on, the pandemic. I wasn't outside as much as I am now, or beforehand. So Columbus was pretty much on lockdown, so I couldn't really do much. So that's where I started to do a couple of streams. I couldn't really do a lot because like there's a lot going on during COVID as well, especially on social media. I did not want to play into that. So I did stream a little bit more, but I also kind of kept the streams at bay, and that kind of rolled into football season. And I was streaming on the Bronco games and some of the Braves games, and it was okay. It was okay. I wouldn't say it was. I enjoyed doing the game streams. I would say it was. I think I enjoyed doing them more on Facebook because that's why I did them. But when it got to YouTube, it's like, okay, I'll do it because it's Sunday. I'm just chilling. Let's do a stream. Let's So we got the brother and the Caucasian. I don't put. I should say boyfriend, fiance. I guess it's husband now. But good luck, these two fellas. Made a better man win the showcase. I almost said showcase showdown again. I don't know if y'all remember the VR babe about Price is Right. Well, I said the lady won the showcase showdown was actually the showcase guy. I had mixed it up. I had to mix up. But yeah, best of luck to these guys in the showcase. But yeah, as far as the streaming goes, that's why I did the streams. But as the world started to open up a lot more, y'all noticed the streams was becoming a lot less. And it got to a point to where like I really stopped having. I really wasn't enjoying doing the game streams anymore. So that's why. And I noticed a theme that the previous time I streamed a Florida game, they won. This last time I streamed a Broncos game, they won. So I wanted to get a Braves win so I could stop. Now it didn't work in 2023. The Braves lost every game I streamed that year. So I was forced to stream a game last year, which they went on to win, and that was that. So thank God that shit is over. But yeah, I did do a de facto game stream back in August with Alabama played Florida State. Just because I was chilling with the family. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing, so I figured, well, I wasn't really doing anything else. Everybody's kind of doing their own thing for a second. Let me stream the Bama Florida State game, and by the time that game was over, we all kind of regrouped back, so we was all chilling, and that was it. Enjoyed Labor Day weekend, but yeah. But I was one of those who, when I did a game stream, it was based off, it wasn't based off. It was based on, well, it's Sunday. It was based on just relax. It was based on just chilling in the house. It was like, you know what, I'm pretty much gonna be at the crib, so let me do this. So that's why I did it. I guess it's kind of like borderline, just But when I streamed the games, it was either my teams I streamed or a good game. Now I'm not gonna be one of those. I'm not gonna be one of those people who's just gonna go out my way. Let's just say hypothetically, let's say who played this year who's bad. Oh, the NFC West played the NFC South. Let's just say hypothetically, the Falcons. What's that? What's that? The Saints. What's that? The Saints in this regards. I don't think they played the Cardinals yet, but well, let me go on the AFC. Okay, we're going to the AFC side. Can we go on the AFC side? Okay, no, we can't. No, we can't. Oh yeah, can I go to the AFC side? Let's see. Rams played the Jet. Okay, okay. The point is. Okay. I got to. Yeah. The point is. Let's just the Falcons got to play the Cardinals later here. Neither team is doing well. I wasn't gonna be one of those types. I'm just chilling at the house. There's really nothing to do. I'm going to stream the Cardinals and the Falcons, two terrible teams. I'm not going to do those type of streams. It's either going to be the Broncos stream or a good game, whichever. Morning, Jasper. whichever one, whichever one I decide to do, it depends on the time frame too. Because you got people, you got certain YouTubers who will stream anything and everything under the sun. I wasn't gonna do that. I wasn't gonna stream anything and everything under the sun. Like it's only so much I can stream. There's only so much that anyone can stream. It's like, why enjoy crap when people go out of their way to stream certain things? Like, damn. Like I said, it's one thing with your team, but like you just go out and streaming anything and everything, you must be that bored. You know, and it goes back to where I think I was streaming a Braves game back in 2021, or was it 20? It might be 21. I think it was either playing the Dodgers or the Reds, and I was asked. It was just during the baseball season, so and I was asked, was I going to stream a preseason game? And I straight up said no. I'm not going to stream it. Let me phrase that. Let me get more specific. Obviously, I'm going to stream just any preseason game. I was asked, was I going to stream a Broncos preseason game? And I said no. And I was asked, why wasn't I going to stream a Broncos preseason game? Because one, this is I did not tell this individual, but this is something that this is one of the reasons I don't stream preseason games. I wasn't going to go out my way to stream a preseason game. I don't watch preseason like that. I'll watch like a couple of plays of a Broncos game, or maybe like a half of a Broncos game, but I wasn't watching preseason like that. It was still baseball season for me. It was high school football season. I'd rather put my focus on those. I'd rather put my focus and energy into baseball and high school football because those games actually do count, as opposed to a NFL preseason game where it doesn't count. That would be pathetic on my part, or anyone's part, really, if you can stream an NFL preseason game. And and some people say that the reason why they do it is because they want to get the juice flowing for the regular season, or they just want to get content on their channel. It's not that serious for me to get content on my channel just to go out, just to stream an NFL preseason game. For what? My heart's not really into the games like that, as opposed to the regular season. So I can't fake being up for the games when I'm not, and I don't want to bore y'all with, okay, he just got the first down, blah blah blah, it's preseason, whatever. So I just never went out my way to want to stream a preseason game. It just, that's the big reason. And two, I just played as I want to. That's the reason why I said it, which is a true reason. I just didn't want to stream a preseason game. Why? Why the hell would I want to stream a preseason game? For what? That's just how I felt about it. And, this individual kept pestering me like, dude, you're just sitting there, dude, it's a weekend, you're not doing nothing. It's like, first and foremost, you don't know what the fuck I'm doing off these YouTube streets. Don't try to morph me into one of these who don't have a life off YouTube. And I'm on here 24/7, 365, 366 on leap year. I do have a life off YouTube. Just because I don't post my entire life off YouTube, it doesn't mean that I'm not doing anything significant off YouTube. If I wasn't doing anything significant, that don't mean I'm just going to get up here and stream a game. Y'all get it? Okay, I'm paying attention. It's it don't mean I'm just going to, like I said, just because I may not be doing anything significant. I'm not doing anything significant all the time, but it don't mean I'm going to get up here and stream a game. It's not that, like I said, I had to, it's not even a situation of being really bored to stream a game. it just be it comes off as really desperate to stream a game for me. If I would have done that, it's like if I'm bored, I can find something to do. If I wasn't doing anything significant, I can find something to do. Streaming the game is not going to change that. It's not going to change the dynamics. And plus, I don't have a big enough channel to where I have to go on my way to stream a NFL preseason game. And they just talk about like, dude, you should stream a game, man. It's your team. You stream a game. Monday to Friday, Saturday, Sunday, stream a game. Thursday, stream a game. Then you fucked up again. You talking about Thursday, stream a game like that. So like, to this individual, I do not stream during the week. What part of that you don't fucking understand? Quit acting like I don't have a job and I don't have a life off YouTube where I can be up in 24/7, 365. Because then, if I were to adhere to what you're saying, let me drive up a little bit. If I were to adhere to what you're saying, then the narrative's like, damn, you stream a lot. You must don't have a life off YouTube. You only got to stream all these games and shit. Like, which one you want? Do you want me to enjoy life off YouTube and have fun with my peoples? Or do you want me to get up here and go out my way and stream on these games? Because I can't do both. You can't have a life off YouTube, but yet stream everything under the sun. It don't work that way. You just don't. But yeah, it's even only because I got some business I got to handle. That's the only way you even get in this stream on a Monday. Because usually I will not stream on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, Thursday because it's not that deep for me. But I feel like I have some stuff I got to get off my chest so we can call it a day and be done with this situation. And plus, but for the streams I do appreciate, people tuning in, enjoying them. I do enjoy people tuning in, commenting in the comment section, sharing the content out. You don't have to. I'm not going to force anybody about it here to like. Well, friends, I do want you to like this. I do want you to like this stream though. That's as far as I'm going. Just like the stream. You don't got to share it out. You don't got to tell people to subscribe. You don't have to donate. It's all appreciated if you did do that, but it's not required. And that's another reason why I don't stream it. I feel like, I don't want to come out, I'm just grateful to even have an audience. I'm not trying to crap on anyone in particular because I know how people like to take certain bits and pieces and misconstrue it and flip the script as if I'm talking about them. Let me go ahead and make this clear. I'm appreciative for what I have. I don't, you know, if you want to donate to my Cash App, which is in the ticker, if you want to share my content out, thank you, but I just want you to know it's not a requirement. I'm not going to kick you off my page or anything if you don't do it, because at the end of the day, it's just social media. It's just the internet. I don't think YouTube will ever go away because it's $1 billion company now, and you got a lot of celebrities who have YouTube channels and share their life and stuff on YouTube. But let's just say hypothetically, I wake up tomorrow and YouTube goes away. It'll be devastating because all the memories that I created will be gone. I won't have anything to look back on. I won't be able to say, oh, I remember when I went to Birmingham and did this. Oh, I went to Chattanooga with Aunt Betty. I won't have that proof anymore because those videos are gone. Which I hope that never happens. I hope YouTube never goes away on stuff that long. But with that being said, if YouTube were to go away, I'm not going to be hurting. It's not going to bother me. I'm not going to be like, I'm not going to be scrambling trying to, it's not going to kill me. It's not going to bother me. It's not going to play an effect on my life. My life existed before YouTube. It's going to exist after YouTube. That's how I look at it. you know. But I am appreciative and blessed to have been on this platform for 18 years because a lot of people, I mean, they shut down their channel after 5 months. The fact that I've made it on here 18 years, the fact that I made it on here 18 years and still going strong, that's a blessing. Because also, not only have I been on here 18 years, you know, me, not only am I blessed to be on here for 18 years, it's also a situation to where I've been on here, I've seen YouTubers who been on here almost as, almost as long as I have, if not as long as I have. And, they build an audience. Uh, some a bigger audience than me, but they build an audience. They have a cult following. And then there's always that one thing that they do that they know they shouldn't be doing, but they did it anyway. And it wind up costing them their YouTube channel. I've seen people come and go. I've seen people start YouTube channel, have a big following, and watch their channel get terminated. I've seen their channel get strikes. Hell, I don't think my channel ever got a strike. It's got a warning, but I don't think my channel's ever really gotten a strike, though. I have had videos that were taken down by YouTube. That has happened. But it's not like, excuse me. But outside of that, nothing really substantial. And it's not like I put out the most kid-friendly material out there for y'all to rock with. You know, I have my moments of vulgar. I have my moments to really let people know how I really feel about certain things. I have those moments, but I guess also, YouTube also knows that on the flip side of that, there is a such thing as freedom of speech. Freedom of speech. I guess in the ways like, as long as you don't abuse that First Amendment, I think you're gonna survive on YouTube, and that's been my thing. I've been able to survive on YouTube while still, while still being able to express freedom of speech, and also due to not doing dumb shit too. Because you got people do dumb shit, weird shit, and that also plays a part in their channels getting taken down. You know, and also another situation. Oh, and also you got people who put out content that they later regret, excuse me, they're not proud of. And I always been very conscious about what I put out, not because I care what people think, because I don't, but because I don't want to look back half 6 months down the line and regret putting something out and be like, what the hell was I thinking putting out that piece of content? What possessed me to do that? So I'm always conscious about that aspect. Like, I want to put out stuff I can be proud of, that I can stand behind and be like, yeah, I did that. Not stuff that like, oh, I'm gonna feel indifferent about years down the line. If y'all get what I'm saying. So yeah. And plus also another thing is too, like, the reason, like I said, I just don't want to, you know, and plus an answer to that individual's question about not streaming preseason games. Yes, I don't want to do preseason games. I really didn't. Two, as yes, I didn't feel the need to because I just wouldn't be up for it. But three, I don't want to stream everything under the sun because burnout is real. It's Burnout is real. That's why I try to tell people, don't. That's why I would give anybody any YouTube advice, and I'm sure it's been some given over the years. So that's the first advice I'll give any new YouTuber, YouTube channel. Be yourself. Two, the second advice I would give y'all is do what you enjoy. You know, don't try to put out content to content to impress people. Put out content that you feel comfortable doing, that you can be proud of. Because once you succumb to trying to please everyone, that's how you wind up putting out content that you're not proud of. Either you have those questions like, why did you want to put out content like, why did you do that? The third advice, don't stream anything and everything under the sun. If you're like it's okay to stream. I'm not saying I'm not saying that I'm not saying the I'm not saying streaming is the worst thing that could happen to social media. Streaming is a good thing because it gives you a chance to connect with your audience in real time. But there is situations where people just like to stream anything and everything, and then they want to stream a lot of stuff. Then the next thing you know, they get burnt out because they stream everything under the sun. So that's why I tell people, and that's why I tell people it's one, that's why I let it be known, I'm, I'll be the person that tell you not to stream than to beg you to stream. That's how I feel. Now I do agree with one thing. I do feel this, if people want you to go out your way to stream something, I do feel like you should be compensated for it because you could be doing other things with your time, but yet you're here streaming. So I do feel like you should get something out of it. I will admit, but I want people to also understand it's okay to say no. I'm not going to stream this. It doesn't matter if you donate to my channel or whatever. I'm still not going to stream it because y'all not going to burn me out. I'm not going to be streaming everything under the sun, even if y'all want me to. And that's how I felt the whole time. I'm not going to stream everything. You know, if you get mad about it, I don't give a fuck because I'm on my time. I'm not on your time. I want y'all to understand. I am on my time. I'm going to stream. I was going to stream whenever I wanted to. I mean, when I could. I couldn't stream when I wanted, but I wanted to stream when I could. And that's why you predominantly got streams from me during the weekend because my schedule was a little bit more free. I was able to stream. I was streaming a little more. Then, like I said, once the football season, that helped out a lot because I could always catch baseball because I had time to catch baseball games. So it wasn't like I was going to miss baseball due to a stream and plus baseball games every day. Football games were not every day. They were only on the weekend, which is also why I don't. Which is also why I don't draw the brain fart. Which is also why I don't premiere my high school football vlogs on Monday. So I wanted to adhere to Monday Night Football. Let Monday Night Football have that day. Tuesdays a little bit more free. I could premiere it on Tuesday. If I had to premiere it on Wednesday, I had to work around Abbott Elementary. That's my primetime show. I wasn't gonna miss Abbott Elementary just for a premiere. So if it was like a quick vlog, I could probably premiere at 7:30 and be out of here before Abbott Elementary comes on. If it's a longer vlog, then I'll wait till after Abbott Elementary goes out, then premiere the vlog. So it's all about timing, people. And that's always been my theme for ever since I started when I really started when I became an adult. I got to shit though. I'm gonna get ready to shit in a minute, but yeah, I've been on for 2.5 hours anyway. But yeah, long story short, when I did stream, I appreciate the audience. I appreciate the people who tuned in. Y'all the real ones. And just because this may be the end, it doesn't mean that the fun is over. It just the little cribs are pretty much going to go away. The live streams pretty much going to go away. I don't do game streams anymore. Once the Braves won last year, that was it for that. We had a defect. It wasn't the Gators game. It wasn't the Gators game. It wasn't the Braves. It wasn't a Lightning game. I'm done with those. Music stream's been over with, yo. I know. I know. I haven't really been asked about music streams, and I stated this in the past too. Like with the music streams, when my music stream got taken down last 2 years ago, when I did, yeah, it was actually it was hey, it actually was 2 years ago. Not to this day. This upcoming Wednesday would be 2 years ago to this date, November 5th, 2023, when that live stream got taken down due to copyright, which gave my warning, which is still on my channel. And I'm not going to go through this procedure to try to get rid of it. It's just about to stay. I don't care. But my point is, that took the fun out of it for me to do music streams, and that took the fun out of it for me to do music streams, and it just killed my desire to want to do music streams in the future. It's like I'm not finna do another music stream and then that gets taken down. Then next time I do get a strike, it wasn't that serious. But also, I did not want to just because I wanted to play the music that was adhered to the theme of the music stream. I did not want to do copyright friendly music. I didn't want to do copyright friendly music because then I'll be adhering to copyright, which is not me. I'm not going to adhere to what other phrase? It'll be adhered to copyright, which means it'll be adhered to YouTube's rules. I'm not going to do that. If I gotta move it, like I said, it goes back to what I said about a month ago when I did the video about if you love something, you will marry it. It goes back to that. I move to the beat of my own drum. I'm not going to move to anyone's beat. If I got to adhere myself a certain way just to get acceptance, then I just rather not be accepted at all. If I got to move a certain way, if I got to do a certain video on YouTube just to please people, then I'd rather not please you at all. With A-Fizzle Productions, you take what you take me as I am, or you just won't take you just won't or you just want to do it. Well, I just want to do it at all. You know, I'm not gonna change for copyright. I'm not gonna change for monetization. I'm not gonna change who I am and how I think things and how I do my videos for monetization. I'm not gonna do that just to be accepted by YouTube. Be accepted by YouTube because of the copyright. I'm not gonna do that. You got some who do, and that's them. I'm not telling anyone what to do or how to live their life. If people get monetized and they feel that they have to change just to keep the monetization, then so be it. You know. But for me personally, it's not about monetization. It's not about that. I got money. I got a job. I'm good. I'm blessed. I don't need YouTube's monetization for anything. Now, if it were to happen, then cool, but it's not going to happen. I'm already an acceptance of that. I made it to 1,000 plus subscribers, which is cool. Will I make it to 2,000? Probably not. But you know what? I'm cool with that too. Because maybe it's meant for me to have a smaller audience. I'd rather have a small, loyal audience than to have a big ass audience where where people only want to watch you for one thing. That's how I feel. And that's how it's going to be moving forward. So yeah, like I said, the live streams may be coming to an end. But the games, for example, the vlogs are still going to happen. The drink reviews are still going to happen. Um, the countdowns, whenever I get around to doing them, they're still going to happen. Ventura Avenue, still going to happen. A lot of these things are still going to. There's going to be a plethora of things that's still going to happen on this channel. I'm not done. I'm not done putting out content. At least not today. At least not in the foreseeable future. You're still going to get content over here. It's just certain things just got to be removed. And live streams are. I barely have time to do them nowadays. So on the strength of that alone, I just rather not waste y'all time thinking you may get a live stream only to not get one at all. I'd rather just bow out of the live stream game and save face than to get confronted by constantly laying y'all down for not doing live streams. So I hope y'all understand. I almost hit that curve. I seriously hope y'all understand. I'm sure y'all will. If you're a real one, you will understand. But rest assured, it has nothing to do with monetization. It has nothing to do with It has nothing to do with the numbers. I can care less about the numbers. The numbers are going to be what they are. I'm an acceptance of that too. It's just about timing. But yeah, I taught y'all head off for 2.5 hours. So you got 2.5 hours of A-Fizzle Productions doing this little crib, which could be my final little crib ever. And I'm sure, and maybe there'll be one in the future. I don't know. But I don't want to get y'all hopes up thinking it is and wind up not being the case. So, but yeah, with that being said, 2.5 hours is long enough. It is 12:22 p.m. I'm going to take a shit. And then I'm probably gonna get on with my Monday. So I appreciate the ones who scoped in. You know who you are. And until the next till next time, I will see y'all when I see y'all. Just be prepared for just be looking forward to the Halloween vlog real briefly coming from just be looking forward to the high school not high school Halloween vlog from Opelika. I'm gonna try to have that out today. I may put that out. That may be out in the next hour. We'll see. And now it's gonna come out sometime this afternoon. Or and then possibly Hoover versus Central. We'll see. I'll let y'all know if I go to that game. If I do, you'll know to expect the vlog there. And then tailgating. So we got that going on. Before I leave, now if somebody does do a live stream and they want me to come on, if it's perfect timing, then yes, I probably will come on and jump on their live stream if they do it via StreamYard or whatnot. But as far as this channel, I just don't expect it. But I did want to let y'all know that I wouldn't be opposed to popping on anybody else's live streams if they want me on. But as far as doing my own. I mean, doing it on my own channel, probably not. But yeah, I'm gonna end this vlog right now. I really gotta take a shit really bad. So it was like I said, I talked long enough. I was getting ready to end it anyway. So if I did not take a shit. So yeah, y'all rest easy. And I'll see y'all when I see y'all. This live stream, La Crib is finito.